Hey kids, Coach Sloth here. I'm with my son Elliot and Sammy Sloth. What's up, Sammy? And we just got done reading book number 1 and video number 1, Coach Sloth Storytime. And we read this book right here, The Myth of Sam's Beard is a great book. And now Sammy wanted to read another book. What was that one? Texas Night Before Christmas. Sounds like a pretty good book. I can't wait to read that one. And kids at home, hope you can't wait either, and we're going to read it here right now. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the book here. And we're going to read a whole bunch of them throughout the year, so make sure you kids like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. So we have a whole bunch. Sammy's friends will be coming over. We'll read some books to you. So, all right, kids, here we go. Enjoy. All right, kids, here's the book Sammy chose, Texas Night Before Christmas, written and illustrated by James Rice. Now, it's kind of a fun book. It's got a little Texas accent. So here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, in the cold wintry fog, ne'er a critter was moving, nor a lone prairie dog. Then from out of the north a breeze gave a stir, an icy cold blast swirled the fog in a blur. A blue Texas norther roared over the plains, the cold fairly whistled through those loose window panes. I poked at the fireplace to stir up a flame. The embers glowed redder, but the cold stayed the same. Ma fixed us our dinner to be ready next day, and thought about Christmas a few hours away. Our scuffed boots were assembled on the floor pair by pair, where Santa would find 'em, for he soon would be there. The young guns were bundled down snug in their covers, a sprout of a girl and her 2 older brothers. So me and my long johns and Ma in her gown warmed by the fire before we lay ourselves down. Then from out on the range there came such a ruckus, I ran to the window to see what the fuss was. Though the blue winter blizzard a scene came to sight, I squinted to see, for there warn't much light. There stomping and snorting and pawing on the ground were 8 scrounging longhorns stampeding around, a front of a wagon piled full as could be, with boxes and bundles as high as a tree. Then a bellering yell soon set them all straight, from a fatty old ramrod who put fear in the 8. Well, they warn't really scart, no harm could he cause, for their long-horned head honcho was old Santa Claus. He got their attention and called them by name. Hey, Leadfoot and Walleye, get up there, Calhoun. Come on, Gimp, and Flop-Ear and Scarface, start dragging. Get on, Sam, and High Hips, let's move this here wagon. Oh, Leadfoot, he bellered and lifted his head. Then straight on they trampled through Ma's flower bed. They laid the gate flat, and the clothesline went too. Nothing stood in their way as they flat-footed through. Santy pulled them up short on top of the roof after wrecking the porch with those clodhopper hooves. They rocked our sod shanty, the dirt shifted down, and then through the chimney Santy came with a bound. He was dressed all in rawhide with the Stetson on top. His big Texas boots hit the floor with a clop. He shook his great belly and stomped with each foot, which knocked off a shower of mud, ash, and soot. His eyes were both squinty, and his skin was like leather from too much exposure to that raw Texas weather. He looked through as a horseshoe, but I felt no alarm, 'cause a wink of his eye showed he'd do us no harm. A feed bag of toys he flung from his back, and with a nary a word he opened the sack. He filled all the boots and piled them up high, then looked out the winder and up at the sky. The cold Texas norther still whistled and blew, but more young guns was waiting. His work wasn't through. It was hard to just leave and walk through the door to face all them longhorns and the cold as before. He drank some hot mud and hunched close to the heat to soak up the warmth and thaw his cold feet. He could no longer dally or put off the chore, so he gave us a wink and pushed through the door. He prodded the longhorns to get them on the go, and the wagon took off through the fog and the snow. He called over Norther, 'fore he went out of sight, "Merry Christmas, yay, and y'all have a good night." Yeah, I really enjoyed that book. I hope all you kids enjoyed that book. Texas Night Before Christmas. I'm sure all the kids down in Texas, they loved it. Probably laughing at that accent right there. But hey, we had a great time. I know we have some more books coming up, so just like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can check those out. Elliot, he's ready to read that next book. I'm sure some more Sammy's friends will come over. I'll read those books. So, all right, kids, have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the night. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right, check you soon.